ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। Anyone had any difficulty doing the exercise?
Still in progress.
That is
Still
okay.
working.
In progress
Not
is fine.
completed.
But any difficulty is what my question
Not
is.
Not so far.
The first part was okay, Swamiji. The
Okay.
second part, the challenge was like, for getting the meanings, and the Sandhi part is like little easier.
Good.
But whether the words are correct or not, we have to verify that meaning. There we struggle a little because our language is not that good. When the
Fair. That's understandable. That's why I did not make it too. I said try to understand the words. So main thing is we're focusing on Sandhi right now. But for Sandhi, obviously you need to have a reasonable vocabulary. Otherwise, you don't know which is a word. What is the word boundary? Sometimes a compound is not understood as a compound. So there can be some difficulties. But take your time.
But we are learning a lot in this process, actually. When we go on, find the words,
Good.
we are learning a lot.
Good. And while the first part of the exercise is meant to help you start seeing sandhis, second part is what we really need to do in practice, because we'll get a text and we have to make it. That's what we'll have to do. First part is just to help you acclimatize yourself. Okay? That's why smaller number there, larger number is second part. All right. So, shall we look at some new rules today? Or do you want me to again tell you Visarga Sandhi one more time? Visarga Sandhi should be okay by now. Okay? If you have trouble, ask. So,
If you can give the quick recap of the last class, 5 minutes.
all examples, nothing new. Okay? No new rules were discovered. So, what you got in the class before that is all we have done. Okay? No extra. All right. So now we will look at this. See what we have seen so far. Visarga, I told you, normally is done later, but we have done Visarga first. Now, what is Vyanjana Sandhi? When any two Vyanjanas come together typically. Sometimes no Vyanjana following also is possible. Okay? With one or two rules like that we have to look at. So there are a bunch of rules. And Vyanjana Sandhi actually has got too many rules. If we want to know all of them, it's a large set. Larger than Visarga Sandhi. And they're spread all over the place in the Ashtadhyayi. Okay. So we will go with some priority in terms of what will help us more to do Sandhi breaking. That's how I'm approaching the subject matter. I'm not trying to make you or into panditas of grammar, but to be able to do it, what we need to be able to break common ones first, we should know well. That's where our focus will lie. Now, since we already started to look at what happens to the visarga which become the sakara in association with chavarga, in association with tavarga, etc. we've seen. So that those rules we will expand and complete them first. Then we will look at a few more. Okay. So what is the first rule we want to look at here in that context? The rule is stoho shchuna shchuhu. Stoho shchuna shchuhu. Okay. So now, are you seeing the Ashtadhyayi? Okay. So we go for 8, 4, 40. Okay. Stoho shchuna shchuhu. What are the cases? Stoho. What is stoho? Sakara and takara you put together. Sakarascha tavargascha. How do you say tavarga? In Paninian world, you add a u. Tu. Tu is tavarga. Ku is kavarga. Pu is pavarga. So what is tu? Sakara and tavarga. Sascha tushcha. Sakarascha tushcha. What will you get? Stu. So it stands for Sakara and Tavarga. Okay. Stoho. Stoho, what case? Like Guru.
Six,
Either
six
sixth
one,
case, either 6-1 or anything else, 5-1-2, right?
five
But
one.
here you
Yeah.
take it as 6-1. Stoho. So what does it mean? Sthani. In the place of Sakara and Tavarga. That's important note. That is what has to change. All right. Stoho. What is the other nimitta for it? So what is Adesha? Shchuhu. Adesha is shchuhu. What is shchuhu? Shakarascha chavargascha. Shakara chavarga will become shchu. So sakara tavarga is to be replaced by what? Shakara chavarga. Chavarga means that class. Class cha cha ja janya. Okay. So now, when should you do so? What is the condition? Shchuna. Condition is only one word. Shchuna. What is shchu again? Same shchu as chuhu. But what is the case now? Guruna. 3-1. Now, in what is the sense of which 3-1 is used in Pani? So far, we have not seen that. In association with. So we are not saying when it follows, we are not saying when it precedes. Either way is the same for us now. Whether the Shakara Chavarga precedes Sakarata Varga or follows Sakarata Varga with no gap. What should be done? The Sakarata Varga is a Sthani. Whether it comes before or it comes later, what should be replaced? Sakara Tavarga alone should be replaced. Till now, normally our tendency is to look at what is left and change something, or both. Now what? You have to be alert. Which side is Sakara Tavarga? That alone should change. Shakara Chavarga is not touched by the rule. Is this clear? So you can have Saka. See, basically you have stu and shu. They are coming together. But the order can be left is stu, right is chu, or left is stu and right is stu. Both are okay. Both are possible. What should we replace? Sthani should be replaced. What is Sthani? Sakara Tavarga. Okay. Even the next rule, Stuna Shtuhu. What is again the same rule there also? What will replace Sakara Tavarga? So Sakara Tavarga is the fellow who has to go. What will come in the places of it is Shakara Chavarga. This is clear? Okay. So now that's what it will say here. Stoho, Shchuna, Shchuhu. When should be done? Can I have a lot of gap? Why I said no gap? Samhitayam. What is Sannihita? Parasannikarshah Samhita. Very close to each other. Therefore, when the letters have nothing intervening, then alone this will happen. Okay. And here in Ashtadhyaya, it will always show you this Purvatra Siddham. What does it mean? That the rules here. So when you're looking at 8-4-40, what it does will not be known by the rules preceding it. That's what it means. Okay. That is the Purvatra Siddham part. So now what will happen? So now you have a situation where Sakara Tavarga, Stoho, how many letters are there in Stoho? Sakara first. Then Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Total how many? 6. Correct? How many letters are there in the Adesha, Shchuhu, Sha, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya? How many is that again? 6. Therefore, what is the rule for replacement? Yatha Sankhya. Yatha Sankhya means respectively. If you are replacing a Sakara, you replace with a what? Shakara. Are you with me? If you replace sakara, you replace with shakara. If you're replacing chakara, what will you replace with? Can you replace chakara? No. If you're replacing takara, what will you replace it with? Yes, Aruna.
Takara will be replaced by chakara. Chakara
Correct.
cannot be replaced by
Good.
takara.
Very good. Good. Thank you. Now, what will happen if you want to replace jakara? Jakara cannot be replaced. Keep that in mind. That's why I'm deliberately putting it around, okay? So you know. Ta, tha, da, dha, na alone will be replaced. Not cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, by this rule. So what will happen if it is the? If it is dakara? Dakara is what? What's the number? Ta, tha, the third. What will be the corresponding? Cha, cha, ja. Is this clear? So cha, ta will get replaced by cha, tha will get replaced by cha, da by ja, right? Dha by ja, and na by nya. Is this clear? And sa by sha, wherever it is, either way it's placed. Okay? And the association rule is not respectively. This is only for sthani adesha. The association rule is any letter, any sakara varga in association with any shakara chavarga. There is no association there. It's purely whole class. Is that clear? Any letter in shakara and chavarga in contact with, sakara varga letters will get replaced. Okay? Is this clear? Okay. So what we had seen earlier was only for visarga. Visarga had become sakara. Therefore, sakara will become what? Sakara's replacement is shakara. Now we are going to extend it further. Okay? All right. So let's go back to that. Okay. So now he gives an example. Ramaha shete. Okay? You remember Ramaha shete, what happens? Ramas. Sarga is really sakara, right? Then ru comes, ru goes, sakara comes, whatever happened. Now you don't remember all that. But sakara is here now. This sa is followed by what? Sha. This is the example we've already seen. So what will happen now? The sakara will get replaced by shakara. This we have seen in context of Visarga Sandhi. Okay? Then, see, he is given what? See, he is showing you example sakara. All of them will be what? Typically Visarga. We have taken care of it. So we don't need to worry about this. Now let us look at further. What else is done here? Let's leave it out. Okay. So now, the plus sha. Okay. Suhrid shete. This is also a problem. You will not be able to see all the examples clearly yet. Okay. Give me 1 second. I didn't think of it carefully enough, but I'll tell you what's happening now. Tha plus sha. What would happen? Let's know what should happen. What will happen to thakara? It should become jakara. Okay. That's the rule that we need to be interested in. All right. Don't worry about what's happening here right now because there are many more rules at play. All right. So the plus sha, what should happen? So suhrid plus shete should become what? Just go up to this far. Suhrij shete. It's not done yet. It's still to cook. But we can cook only this much right now. Suhrij shete. Then here, see, dha plus sha, he says there are no examples, so don't worry about it. Right? Bhavan shete. Na plus sha, what will happen now? Nakara will get replaced by nyakara. Bhavan shete. Right? Now he is giving you the examples of what? Tavarga chavargayoho. Tavarga se chavarga deshaha. Contact between tavarga and chavarga. What will that be now? So look at this now. So he is giving. Okay. We don't want that example. Okay. Suhrid chalati. Suhrid chalati. What will happen? Dakara will become chakara. You'll get what? Sukhrij chalati. Stop there. Don't go further. Okay, it's not correct. The form is not correct. We are only interested in one rule right now. Sukhrij chalati. Then dakara followed by jar. What will happen to dakara? See, whatever comes here on the right side right now, dakara is being held constant, and dakara will always become a jakara. That's what you have to remember. So he is giving all examples. So see, he can't make an example. He says nyakarayati, nyakariyati. So you have to make funny words. Examples don't exist much. Okay. Nakara. Then what will happen? Nyakara has to come. Right. So this much you understand. Examples, as I said, I think we will see more after we have seen some more rules. Okay. Right now, if I try to go all the way, it won't work. This example you can understand. Sat plus chit. Our example, okay? Sat plus chit, what will happen? Satchit. So this much is easy. Nothing else happened here. Satchit. Sat. So there also really didn't happen one step. Sad plus chit becomes saj. Then only sat comes. So one more step is required. All I'm saying, in all these cases, we need more rules to understand what's going on. All right. But is the basic rule clear? Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I will see if I can do any better than what I have done so far. Examples wise. Yeah, we'll leave it there. It's not worthwhile going into more details at this point. Okay. Then the next rule is very similar. Sorry, before that, this rule is also important to know. Now, the rule we saw is toho shtunashchu. Okay. Now, there is something which negates it. What is the negation? The negation, so if I use Kaumudi, I'll end up there next. So I will use that for now. Easier, one shot. Okay. So the number you can see is different. 8444. We were at 8440. We have jumped to 8444. Okay. What does it say? So here it has got a na as anuvritti, which means whatever is said won't happen. Something won't happen. What won't happen? Chuhu, toho chuhu was there, right? That toho, takara, tavarga, becoming chavarga will not happen. When will it not happen? When what is preceding is a shakara. See, shakarat parasya tavargiyasya varnasya shtutvam na bhavati. So what is happening now? So shakarat means what? See, shat, panchami. Shat is panchami. So what does it mean to us if you want to understand this? What does it oh, what happened here? Okay. All right. You're seeing my document now, right? Okay. So now what happens now is, suppose I say to you ta plus sha. What should happen? Ta plus sha. What should the change happen? Ta should change to cha. Correct? Ta should change to sha. Now suppose you have, so here what will happen? Ta will become cha. Okay? This is what will happen. Let me do it this way. Okay? Now we are saying, suppose you have sha plus ta. What do you expect? Based on the rule, what do you expect? Whether takara is on left or right, what should happen to takara? It should become what? Sha, retained, and takara should become chakara. Correct? This is not allowed. Okay? This is crossed out. What crosses it out? That's the rule which is called shat. Shat. Okay? What does it say? Shat. So if you go look at Ashtadhyayi, let's do that. If you look at Ashtadhyayi, 8440 is where we were. Stoho, Shunashtuhu. Come down a little further. See, this is going up to 42. Right? What is going? Stoho, Shunashtuhu. Now you find there is a sutra here called Shat. That's the one we are looking at now. And what is happening here? This na padanta toranam. From there, na is coming down. This na is negating. This 8442 is negating shtutvam. Because toho is sitting here. Okay? Toho. Tu becomes toho. Panchami. Then toho shi. Another negation. When tavarga is followed by sha. Won't happen. Then there is a shat. What is this saying? What is saying? It's panchami. Na is coming. Okay? Which sutra is it negating? Stoho shtunashtuhu. So what it is trying to tell us here is this. That whenever you have anything where you have shakara first, shakara, one second, which is followed by, what can be followed by for Stohoshana to apply? It can be sakara or it can be tavarga. Correct? If any of these follow, what will not happen now? The 8440 will not apply, which means no change will take place. Is this clear? Change will not happen. What you expected, that this tavarga will start get replaced, sakara tavarga will get replaced, will not happen right now. Okay? Yes, Mahita.
Swamiji, in that sutra Shat, one second. Does it negate only Shatvam for, sorry, does it negate only Tavarga from not becoming Chavarga or even Sakara?
Sakara is not mentioned there as far as I remember. We can look it up. Okay? So the point I'm trying to make to you is that shakara, if it precedes, then this change won't take place. Okay? When the that's what's preceding, then it won't take place. So what does it say? So shat pavarsya tavargasya shtutvam nasyat. So if you look at the anuvritti also, when I saw, I just glossed over it, but it said toho. It didn't bring the chu. Okay? Therefore, sakara won't come in. Tavarga getting replaced by chavarga won't happen if shakara is preceding. Okay? So what's an example for that? The examples can be, there are other examples given, prashna, etc. But I will give a simple one here. So, for example, we say you have jash. If something becomes jash, quality of jash is called jashtvam. Okay? Jashtvam. What does jashtvam means? Jashness. Okay? So, this will not become what? This takara, what should have happened? It should have become chakara. What would you end up getting? You should have become jashchvam. Won't be. It will remain jashtvam. Okay? This is the rule. So when shakara is what is preceding, then stohoshtunachuhu will not apply. Okay? So other examples here are, Other examples. The common example given is prashnaha, which I don't want to get right now. Okay? Because you have to know the pratyas, etc., which is not useful to us. So the rule is what? If sha proceeds, the stohoshchana won't apply. Is this clear? Okay. So jashtvam will remain as jashtvam. This is by shat. Okay. The next rule is what? Shtunashtuhu. Same story. So what will be the rule now? If you have shakara and tavarga in association with what? Sakara tavarga. So you go either way, not one-sided. Either way you go, what will get changed? Sakara tavarga will get replaced by shakara tavarga. Okay? Yathasankham, which means what? Sakara will get replaced by shakara, ta will get replaced by, sorry, this I made a mistake here. It should have been hrasva ukara stu. Okay? So this takara will get replaced by, sorry, takara will get replaced by takara. Thakara will get replaced by thakara. You have to just go exactly the same place. You replace. Here also there is a rule. Na padanta toho anam. Some negations are there. Don't worry about it right now. Not a common thing we have to break our head with. So we can skip that for now. Okay. So this is the rule here. After we do a few more rules, you will understand why we have difficulty with the examples. Okay. So, because there are too many rules, and unless we know other rules, sometimes it's hard to see what goes on. So here what? So we have seen this already. Visarga wise. Rama, Shashtaha, etc. I know we took our own example, that's all. So Shakara is fine. Then what? We saw this also. Rama Shtikate. You remember this? He said some Devaha or whatever, but something we had, right? So I said thu karoti. I gave some examples there, right? So similarly, he has given some examples here. All right. Then most of the case you'll see asya udaharani na santi. Right? So here's an example now. Pish plus kta. This example is good for us to have. What is the example? Let's go back and do it on our Word document so it's easier for you to follow. So the example now, look, a very common situation for ta. You're talking of a takara in association with a shakara, shavarga, I mean shakara or tavarga, right? Now, there's a pratyaya kta, ta ktavatu. What is the content of pratyaya kta? Is
Takara.
takara. Correct? It is takara. Correct? So now, there is a dhatu called pish. Pish means what? To grind. Peshane. If you remember, Bhashyam will see the phrase Pishtasya Peshanam. Have you remember hearing this? Pishtasya Peshanam. What is already needed? What is needed, you need again. Means what? Unnecessarily you're repeating what need not be done. That is called Pishtasya Peshanam. What has already been ground, you don't want to grind again, right? What has already been needed, you don't need to need again. Now, how do you get the word Pishta? That's the question. Okay? Pish plus kta. Pish plus kta. What will happen to pish plus kta? Takara, kakara is it by what rule? Try to remember. Yes, Aruna.
It should be Shtunashtu.
Please, no,
Takara.
I'm asking question. You answer the question I'm asking. Okay, I'm asking why is kakara an ith letter?
Pardon? Pardon, sir?
In
Why?
kta, in kta, why is kakara is it letter? That's the question.
Okay. Basically, I know only one application of
So,
kit,
No,
that
no,
is.
no. So leave it alone. Okay. When you don't know, you leave others to answer. Huh? When you
Okay.
know, you raise your hand. I'll ask you. Yes, Malti. Unmute.
Nishtha.
Kvataddite.
Lashakko taddite. Correct. So basically, lashaku, that ku, kavarga is there. So what will happen now? You will get this, after dropping it letter, you'll get what? Pish. Plus ta. Ta. Now, what is following shakara? What is the association? Shakara and tavarga are together. Shtuna. Stoho. Shtuna has happened. What should be adesha for ta?
Correct.
Ta. So it will become what? Pish. Ta. Pishta means what? Past participle of pish. What will you get? Pishta means what has been needed, ground, kind of. Okay. Now you look at this. Push. Push. What will you get? Plus kta. Again, what will you get? Pushta. Right? So whenever a dhatu ends in shakara, you're going to have business here. Not only that, if you have a dhatu ending in any of the tavarga letters, you should be able to have some business. Right? So good example to keep in mind. So, another very common example for us is what? Shishil. Dhatu is shish. What is shish? Have you seen any words with dhatu shish?
Yes.
Shish.
Hmm.
What words do you know in dhatu shish? Add visarga vi. What will you get? Vishish. What does it mean? To qualify.
Quality.
Vishishta. Have you heard the word vishishta? How do you get it? This rule. Shish plus ta will give you shishta. Shishta also is like that. What remains? Shishta. Right? So like this, any ta will become what? Ta. In association with shtu. All right. Let's go back to our Ashtadhyayi. So I just went off from pishta. All right. Then what do you have? See, dvish plus tha. He has some example. Dvish plus tha. What will happen? Dvish tha. Please mute yourself when you're not answering something. That will help. Then sha plus da. Leave that around. We don't want to get there right now. Dvish plus dhvam. Dvish dhvam. See that? That dhakara. Dha will become dha. So this is the basic association here. Okay. Other things we will need a few more rules to look at. So we will not get into all these right now. Okay. We will come to examples in a bit, because when you have seen a few more, it will be easier for us to come back to these examples. Okay. So with that, we have seen now some rules which were already seen, which is an overhang of it. Okay. Now I want to go to a few rules. There is one rule called Jhalam Jasho Ante. Okay. 8 to 39. And one more called Jhalam Jash Jashi. Okay. These rules you will find are very heavily used. Jhalam Jasha Ante. What is it? What is anuvritti? Padasya. Okay. So what the anuvritti becomes? Padasya ante. Padasya, this padasya anuvritti you take from here, combine it with this ante word. Padasya ante jhalam jashaha. What is jhalam? What case? Am is there. Sixth case, you can see sixth case plural, am, right? Jhalam, like marutam. So what is it? Sthani. Jal will get replaced by what? Jashaha, what does it look like? You might say, Swamiji, it looks like sixth case, singular. It can also be Prathama Bahuvachanam. Okay? Now, Panini has a choice, whether he uses Prathama, Dvitiya, Bahuvachana, Ekavachana, or Dvivachana, it's his choice. What is the rule? Prathama Vibhakti will be Adesha. Therefore, Jash will be what? Jashaha. Jash, Jashau, Jashaha. So 1, 3. Therefore, Jash is the Adesha. So what is the rule now, essentially? The Jal at the end of a pada will be replaced by Jash. Is this clear? The Jal at the end of a pada will be replaced by Jash. What is Jal? What is Jal? Start with Jhabhain. Yes, Bhuma.
Jabang, Gadadash,
No.
Jaba Gadadash,
Correct.
Kappa Chatatau,
Chata. Yeah, Khapa Chata. Then?
Kappa Chatatau,
Hmm.
and Kapai,
Mhm.
Shashasar, Hal.
So what is it now? All this is said very nicely. What is it? What entered your head?
It is a C4, C5,
Mhm.
and C3, C4, no.
Not 5. Started with 4.
4,
Panini, Maheshwara Sutra is coming down. If it's starting with 4, you'll only go down. So 4,
correct.
3, 2,
432,
1.
432.
4, 3, 2, 1. And what?
Hayavarat. Haya.
No, Hayavarat didn't come, right? Hayavarat is before. What are you saying after Kapai? Shashasa.
Shashasara. Yes, correct.
Correct?
Shashasara.
Therefore, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus Shashasa.
Sir.
Right? And
Yes.
then
Hal.
Hal. But what are we looking for? We are looking for Jhal. Correct. So Ha will also come. Correct? Shashasa will also come. Correct? So what is it?
Yes.
All class consonants other than third of the class. Other than fifth of the class. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other than the fifth of the class, all class consonants, we call them class consonants. Vargiya aksharaha. And that, along with what? Shasha saha. When all these are there at the end of a pada, what is following? Don't worry about what's following. If it's the end of a pada, what do? You replace with Jash. What is Jash? Jaba Gada Dash. What is that? Third of the class. Therefore, the 4, 3, 2, 1 or Haya or Shasha Saha will get replaced by what? Will get replaced by Jaba Gada Da. Third of the class. Okay, third of the class. We'll call it soft consonant typically. All right. This is a very important rule. Now, you look. You see in a lot of situations where if I say Marut, decline Marut, how will you decline? Marut, Marutau, Marutaha. That's what you will say. But you go and look in the book, you will find Marud, Marut. Two options will be there. Okay? Two options will be there. One is Marud. How do you get Marud? Jalam, Jasho, Ante. Okay? It will come. So any consonant ending except fifth case ending, you will find that there'll be another possibility. Okay? There are other rules too, but it is an important rule for us to keep in mind. This can get modified by later rules, but this is the first rule we begin with. Don't think this is the last rule. Okay? Yes, Deepti.
So, Michi, I have one question. Like, of the Jash, how will we be knowing which letter will be coming? Like in Marut, why out of the Jash, how we by will
Now
take
you
the
tell me. Your question you'll answer now, okay? What is the jhal? What are jhal letters? Leave out the for a minute. You leave the shasha saha, okay? For a minute you leave it out. What are the jhal letters? 4, 3, 2, 1. In Jash, what is the only letter class you have? Third.
the third.
Third. Therefore, if you are looking at Marut, Marut ending in what? Takara. Takara means Tavarga. In Tavarga, what is third letter? Third class letter? Ta, tha, da.
Oh, okay.
It's very
That is
straightforward. So,
okay.
so what you do is, suppose you have, pa, pha, pa, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. If you have any of those pa, pha, pa, bha, what will it become? Bakara.
Bakara will become B.
Bakara. Bhakara will become Bakara. Anything. 4, 3, 2, 1 will become 3.
Three.
So, pa, pha, ba, bha will get replaced by what? Pa. Cha, cha, ja, ja will get replaced by what? Ja. Ta, tha, da, da will get replaced by what? Da. Are you with me? Ta, tha, da, da will get replaced by what? Da.
The. Okay.
Everything third of the class. Very straightforward. Replaced by third of the class. Okay? And what is the condition here? Here it is Padanta. Okay? Now, Padanta, if you remember, Pada is Suptingantam Padam, but that's not the only definition. We had extended also a little further. We had talked of something called Pada and Bha, etc. You may have forgotten. So beginning of Sandhis, we talked about it. Therefore, you will find that even when you're doing Marut plus Bhyam, that Takara is considered, Marut is considered a Padanta. Therefore, that Takara will become what? Dakara. Marut Bhyam. So this Jalam Jashovante, you have to keep in mind. Okay. So let's see what he has done here. So he himself explains. Jal is what? This Ashtadhyayi is very useful that way. He gives you a nice explanation. Jal is what? Varga Chaturthaha. Varga means class consonant. Varga Tritiyaha. Varga Tritiyaha. Varga Prathamaha. Ushmana. Ushmanaha. What is Ushma? The sibilants. Okay. What is Jash? Varga Tritiyaha. So Padante Vidyamanasya. Vidyamana means what? What is present. Padante Vidyamanasya. What is present in the end of a word? Pada Jhal Varnasya Sthane. In the place of Jhal. Anena Sutrena Antaratamaha. Question was, what will get replaced? Sthane Antaratamaha. What is the closest in pronunciation? Jash Varnaha Adesha Rupena Agachati. It will come. Yatha. Vak. What will happen to Vak? Ka. Kavarga is there then. Therefore, ka, kha, ga. Vag. Shash. Shad. Right? So, this is what he is showing you. Kavargiya varnasya sthane gakara. This is what I told you. For kavarga, you'll get gakara. For chavarga, you'll get jakara. For tavarga, you'll get dakara. For tavarga, you'll get dakara. Pavarga, you'll get bakara. What about shakara? Now you should remember. Shakara has got talu sthana. You have to go back to what we saw very long ago. So what will happen now? If it is talu, then what is talu here? It will be jakara, okay? So what about sha? Sha is murdhanya. So what will be the adesha? Dakara. Sakara is what? Dantya. Pronunciation place dantyam. Therefore sakara will be replaced by dakara. Padant sakara. Right? Therefore you find, and hakara sthane, what will happen? Akuha visarjaniyaha kantha. Ha is also coming from kantha. What is the difference? The difference is, in ka there is a full contact. In ha, there is a semi-contact kind of. It's not. We use two words: ishat vivrita or ishat sprishta. Either it is little open or little close. Ya, ra, la, va is ishat vivrita. Here is what? Ishat sprish. Ishat means little. It is little touch. I mean, not touching fully. Some contact like thing. Closer. Then Swara. What is Swara? Fully open. Vivrita. A, E, U. There is no constriction of the throat cavity. Okay. So this is how you have to know what is the replacement. You have to find sthane antaratamaha, the closest. Okay. So then what? Now you see examples. Has he given examples here? I didn't give. He didn't give here. Okay, we'll see. We will come to examples. See, he says vagatra. See, what did he do? Vak atra. So vak became vag. Shwalid atra. Shwalich hakara. Atra. Hakara is padanta. Atra is the next word. You should be able to spot that, okay? Atra is the next word. Therefore, shwalid. Agnichit. Agnichit is what? Agnim chayate iti agnichit. One who is doing a yajna is called agnichit. So, agnichit atra. Atra is the next word. Therefore, padanta is what? Takara. What will it become? Agnichid atra. Trishtup. You know, you heard the chandas? Trishtup. Trishtub. Right? Not Trishtub. Trishtub. What will happen to that? It will become Trishtub. So, this is the sutra. So, a padanta jhal will become a jash. Is this clear? Okay. 8 to 39. So, if it has an opportunity, this fellow will come first, okay? Because the next sutra we'll look at will be way later. Okay? Way later. What is the next sutra we are interested in? Sutra called Jalam Jash Jashi. Even before you enter the sutra, what is Shashti here? Jhalam. Same Jhalam. What is Adesha? Same Jash. Watch that. Here also Jalam Jash, here also Jalam Jash. What is the condition? Not Padanta. What is the condition? Jashi. What is Jash now? As soon as you open your mouth and say Jha, you know it's fourth of the class. Jha bhai. Khadadhash. That will cover fourth of class. When do you see Shakara at the end? What does it mean? It is that third of the class. Jash. Jaba Gadadash. See Jabanj, Gadadash, Jaba Gadadash. Correct? Therefore, what will happen now? You're saying fourth and third of the class. If they follow. What? Follow a jhal. What is jhal? 4, 3, 2, 1 plus shasha saha. If these letters are followed by either fourth or third of the class, then the replacement for jhal will be what? The third of the class. Is it making sense? So, all I'm trying to make you remember is how we understand rules. Jhalam means in the place of jhal, sixth case. What is Adesha? Jash. In the previous it is Bahuvachana. Here it is Ekavachana. It's all differences. In the place of jhal, Jash is Adesha. When Samhitayam. Previous there was no Samhitayam. It was only Padanta. Here Samhitayam in a Sandhi situation. When Jash follows Jashi. Rule is Jhalam Jashi Jash Samhitayam. That's all. So Jhal Varnasya Jash Varne Pare, because seventh case. Jash Varna Adesha Bhavati. This is clear. Rules should not be difficult to understand. Okay. So he's giving the same what we discussed. He's just giving you those rules here now. Okay. So ka kha ga gha etesham jashtve krite. What will come? Gakara will come. Okay. So see now you have duh. He's taking an example duh. But here you will have a few more problems coming. Let's not get there. Okay. As I told you, many of these will have extra work to do. So we won't get there right now. We'll come back to examples. Okay. Basic rule you understand. Then one more rule I want you to look at is this. It's called kharicha. Okay, kharicha. What does this rule say? It says again, anuvritti is jhalam. Okay. Previous rule was what? When a jhal is followed by a jash. Now, if the jhal is followed by a khar, if jhal is followed by a khar, then what's the replacement? Not jash, it is char. Are you with me? If jhal is at the end of a pada, it becomes what? Jash. If jhal is followed by jash, it becomes what? Jash. If jhal is followed by a khar, it becomes what? Char. Char means what? Only the first of the class. Khapa, chata, tau. Right? Then what? Chata, tau, kapai. Shasha, sir. So in that, I'm saying, what will you get? Char is what? Chata, tau, kapa. First of the class. It may look a little disorganized, but if you know Maheshwar Sutra as well, it's not hard. Khapa, chata, tau is gone. You have to begin with cha. Chata, tau, kapai. That will take you to chai. Then what is there after that? Shasha, sir. Okay. So now, if you are following, if jal is followed by khar, what is the replacement? Char is the replacement. For what? For jal. So all the rules we have seen, 3 rules we have seen now. All 3 rules are replacing what? So you have jal. Sorry. You have jal. Jal followed by what? Jal not followed by. Jal is padanta. Padanta jal. What will happen to it? Padanta jal will be replaced by jash. First rule. Second rule is what? Samhitayam, not padanta. Jal, sorry. Jal plus what? Jash. What will happen to jal? This jal, let me put an equal to here. It will become jal will become what? Will become jash. Jal will become jash. What is jash? Third of class. Okay. What's the next rule? Next rule is jal not followed by jash, but you go after jash. What is there? Khar. Sorry. Khar. When that is there, what is the replacement for jal? It is char. Char is what? First of the class. This is making sense. 3 rules. We have seen 3 rules here. Okay. One is padanta jal will become jash. Jal followed by jash will become, that jal will replaced by jash, and jal followed by khar, jal will be replaced by char. This is understood? Or it's too much overload? Is the head heating up? Yes, Harsha.
Swamiji, that for the last one, it'll be first of the class plus the Sa also, right?
Correct. You're right. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, sir.
It's also included. Has to be included. So now you have to again find what is the closest, right? And replace it. Okay. So, but basically I'm saying 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave out the shashas or her for now, okay? 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 4, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1 will become 3. 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 2, 1 will become 4, 3, 2, 1 will become what? 1. That's the most, that's what you have to understand here mainly, okay? This is the rule. Now, these rules happen to be, and one more rule. We'll do one more rule. What is that? So we have said that when jal is followed by a kar, then the jal is replaced by a char, correct? Now, one more rule is va avasane. Va means what? Is an option. What is the option? If this jal, same condition, okay? Jal plus kar, but it is avasana. What is avasana? End, a pause. So if it's an end, like in a verse's end, first line end in a verse, it's a pause. If it's a pause, then what? You may make it same char, but what? Optionally. Sorry. When I want to type English, Sanskrit is showing up. Okay. Optionally. How do I say optionally? Va. Va avasane. So at the avasana, you have a choice. What is the choice? If it is followed by a kar, you may make it a kar. What will it be if you didn't make it a kar? Typically, it will be a jash. Typically, it will be that because of the first rule. Because the first rule will say anything padanta. If there's a padanta, pada must be there before avasana. Padanta must be there. So what will be there before avasana, you tell me? If you have an avasana, it has to be padanta. So a padanta jhal, plus kar. What will happen? Sorry, padanta jhal. Yeah. Then what will happen here now? You will get an avasana, means it will become a. Sorry, give me 1 second, okay? So you have a jhal. So now, say jhal would have become a jash. Give me 1 second, okay? Maybe I'm mixing something up here. Let me look up the vritti here and finish the job. Va avasane. Avasane pare, sorry, this is why I went wrong. Avasane pare jhal varnasya vikalpe char varna adesha bhavati. So when you have an avasana, okay, so that kar addition is not required. That's why I was getting messed up a little. Give me a second. So what is happening now? When jal is at the avasana, let's look at it again. So avasane pare. Pare means when avasana follows. Jal varnasya vikalpena char adesha bhavati. It may become a char. And if it doesn't become char, what will it be there? A jal varna. Avasana means padanta. A jal varna at a padanta would have become a jash. Therefore, you will have two choices. Either you will get jash or you will get char. This is how you end up with marud, marut, vanij. There's something else happens there, but you'll get vanig. then you get vanik. Vanik, vanik. Two choices you will get there. Okay. So this rule, these rules, they have to apply in sequence. These rules, wherever possible, must apply in sequence. Sequence where? In the Ashtadhyayi sequence. Which means the first rule you will think of if it is possible is what? The avasan, the padanta. A padanta jal first you replace with jash. Okay. Then you will come to the next rule, like stohosh, chunashu, whatever is possible, you keep doing. And towards the end, you will find these three fellows. Jalam, Jashonte, Jalam, I'm saying Jalam, okay, Char, Khari, and Va Avasane. Jalam, Va Avasane, Char. These three rules will come. These rules coming in the sequence will mean a lot of things will become clearer to you as you go in terms of sandhis, because they are very commonly applied. No? So now, if we look, we have a situation like, give me 1 second. What would be a good example? Two seconds, okay. Okay, let us see now. Okay, so now there is an upasarga called ud. Ud is an upasarga. Okay. Upasarga is like a pada. It's an avyaya. Okay. Ud plus char. What will happen now? First, if you look, ud, dakara is already jash, okay? Padanta will become ud again, nothing will happen there. Okay. Next rule, what can apply? Now you have a tavarga letter in contact with a chavarga word. Correct? Or is that right? Are you seeing that? This is tavarga, tu, and is in contact with chu. What rule should apply? Yes, Saruna?
So hoshchunashu.
Correct. So what will happen now based on that? We will get what?
Dakara should become Dakara should become Jakara.
So uj plus char, right? Uj plus char. Now, jakara is a jhal letter. Jakara is a jhal letter, correct? What is it followed by? Unfortunately, the letter is char, but what is it followed by?
Khar.
It's followed
Khar.
by a khar.
Khar.
Are you with me? It's followed by a khar. And what is the rule here now? If jal was followed by a jash, it would become jash. But here, what is it now? Jal is followed by a khar. Correct? Jal is followed by a khar. So what will happen now? This jal has to get replaced by what? By the corresponding char letter. What is this? What is this class? Cha, cha, ja. Cha, cha, ja, janya. Correct? Therefore, jakara, when you apply this rule, what should happen? It should become what? Uch plus chara. So what will you get now? Ucharanam. So what happened? We went through multiple rules. So we applied stoho shunashchuhu, but its work is further changed by the next step. Okay. So it becomes similarly. You see now. See now why I gave an example of ud is there are it's a upasarga can be added to any dhatu where it makes sense. Right. So wherever you add, what will you get? You will end up a situation of a dakara followed by a jhal letter. Quite common. So you will have the rule kicking in. Rules will kick in. And unless you know all the rules of sequence, you won't be able to do much with it because something else will cause it to change and you will be stuck in between. That's why I said we should look at all of them. At least, I mean, there are many more that I told you, but these rules should help you to now start looking a little further, right? So you have a word like ud plus jwala. Ud plus jwal, to burn, to shine. What will you get? Now da will become ja. Correct? Ud will first remain ud, jalam jasho ante. Then because of stoho shunashuhu, what will happen? Dakara will become jakara. You will get uj plus jwal. Now, what kind of a letter is ja? Is it char? It is khar?
No.
It's not khar. It's not khar. It is followed by jash.
Yes.
Therefore, jalam, jash, jashi will again bring back what? Jakara only. Nothing will change. So you'll end up with ujjwala. Okay. So like this, there'll be a lot of situations where you will find the application of these rules. Okay. And if you take any subanta, so a consonant ending subanta now. So far we haven't gone into those. I told you later we'll look at them. I told you only know Marut Shabda. Don't worry about it more. Right? Now let us say we go here and now we go for Shabda Patha. Okay. And now I say add filter. And what are the filters I want? I want, how those filters? Do we have a halanta? Let us take halanta. Okay. So halanta, and we'll click here now with a lot of shabdas. Okay. So let us say we took agnichit. What is it ending in takara? Okay. Look over there now. What do you find? Agnichid, agnichit. Why? Jhalam, jash, ante, and what? Avasane, va, khar. At the end, when you're chanting these words, it's only an end. Therefore, optionally, jhal can become char. So what will you get? Agnichit, agnichid, agnichit. How you add? Straight, no problem. Aha, you add, no problem. What happens with bhyam? What happens in bhyam? Bhakara. Okay? And when bhyam follows, agnichit is considered to be a pada. Agnichit is considered to be a pada. Therefore, what will happen? Agnichit will become agnichid. Agnichid bhyam. Even if you go further, what will happen? Jhalam jash jashi. Correct? Bha is what? Jash. Fourth of the class. Right? Therefore, you will again get what? You will get third of the class replacement. Are you with me? Look at this. Agnichit plus bhyam. Okay? Jhalam jasho ante. You get agnichit bhyam. But I'm saying, even if you go further, you will find what? Dakara is here, which is a jhal, and it is followed by what? Jash. You apply that also, you'll end up with what? The same result. Agnichit bhyam. Then what happens? Agnichit bhihi. That dakara, why it's changing? You know, then what happens here? Agnichit su. Now, what is following is kar letter. Do you follow me? The su is a kar letter. Therefore, jalam jasho ante, what will it do? It will make it a, give me a second, let me move this out. So now what will happen here? Padant jashtam will happen. But then next rule is what? Kharicha. It will make it again what? It will make it into a char. Are you able to see what's going on? So end result is what? Agnichitsu and not Agnichitsu. Right? So this is what is happening with this takara ending. Now let us say, I go back and I say now, I am interested in, what do you think will change? Look, go for takara ending now. Again, what is the jash for takara? It is takara. What is char for takara? It is takara. So just like that, you'll get agnimit, agnimad. What is the actual word here? Takara ending. Padante, padante, you get a first jashadesha. There you will get agnimad. And then agnimat is because of what? Vavasane. So you click on agnimat, you will see what it will show you. Jalam jasho ante, right? I can't see the part below. Do you see it? I don't know.
Yes, Swamiji, we are seeing.
Okay, good. All right. So it's clear, right?
Yep.
If you click on Agni, this is Agni Mat, right? But we have, did I click on this or this now? Let me finish with this. So I clicked on Mat, right, last time? Or Mad?
Mat.
Mat. Okay, now you go for Agni Mat. What will happen? Va, see, basically, previously, Va Vasane, no, Va Vasane won't apply. Va means optional, may not happen. Therefore, you'll get both forms. So then again, when it comes to Bhyam, Thakara became Jash only. So Agni Mad Bhyam. Right? Same story as previous one. Nothing changes. Go back. This is Thakara ending. Right? Suppose you take Dakara ending, same story. Suppose you take the, let's say, okay, then I'm looking for the next class, okay? So we will, now you have Anvach. What is it ending in? Chakara. So what do you expect? Cha, cha, ja. Some other rule may have some other rules may apply, okay? But we can take a look. Here what happened? We didn't luck out as much, right? You got Anvang. Means something else is applying here. But where you will find a thing is this. First that chakara becomes a kavarga, and then you'll get again ga everywhere. One rule in between you have to look at in between. Okay? Didn't help here. But what I'm trying to say to you is a lot of cases you will find will get covered by these rules. Give me 1 second. So now you have pad. We have a few more rules which will apply. That's why I'm not finding all examples. But let me do one thing. I will remove this filter. We'll add another filter. That'll make it easier. So let us say now you're looking at Dakaranta. Okay? Or Takaranta. Take any of it. Take Dakaranta, right? What will happen now? The difference will be, oh, no Shabdas, okay. Takaranta, no Shabdas, Antyavarna, okay. Okay, Bhakaranta, at least we have a couple, okay. Look there, Kukub, Gardab. What do you expect? This bha can become ba, right? So if you go and look there, you will find kukup, kukum. So I'm saying a lot of your Hal Sandhi rules, if you go and look, you will find these rules will make it more apparent to you. Okay. So if we go, I'll go back to the sutra. Just wanted you to see that, the impact is in many places, and you can look through Vavasane. So here you can see there's another rule called Chohoko. We haven't seen that. That's why I said it becomes a kavarga first. Then again, Jalam Jashonte Vavasane. You will see these two fellows will apply. Very common. Jalam Jashonte Vavasane. See what's going on? Jalam Jashonte Vavasane. See, Marud became Marud, then Marut. Like this, in a lot of situations, you will find they will apply because they have to apply in that sequence. They will come in that sequence. And in that sequence, when it comes, whatever has to happen will change there. Okay? So these are the extra rules that I thought I will cover today. So you have some idea, more on these which can be looked at. Mahita, I saw your hand up one, but I didn't have a chance to ask you and your hand went down. Did you have a question?
I think it got answered. Swamiji.
Okay. So these rules we will add to our collection. Okay. So then what happens is you will find a lot more on these will become clear to you. In when we look at it, you will find more rules are clear. We have to cover a few more, which what happens when an anuswara, a makara follows, makara, nakara, what happens to those? We have to look at them. But what do I want you to remember today? Stohosh chunash chuhu. Okay. Chunash tunash tuhu. What are these two rules? Sakara tavarga getting replaced by Shakara chavarga or Shakara tavarga. When they are in association with each other. Okay. Then the next rule is what? A padanta jhal will be replaced by jash. A padanta jhal followed by a jash, which is 4 or 3, will again get replaced by third of the class, jash. And a padanta jhal followed by khar will get replaced by what? Char. And a padanta jhal, after all this, if it's at an avasana, it can become a char. The jhal is at avasana, it can become a char optionally. Okay. So once you have these, you will find a lot of situations you will be able to see what is going on. Okay. So we will pick up more rules next time. This much rules are enough for now. So let's go back to okay. We will do examples based on these next time. Okay. We were looking at some examples earlier. I just thought I will have a look at few more on the examples from last time what we were doing. Okay. So Agnihotraditu, Agnihotraditviti. What will you do with this? What will happen here?
Agnihotradi tu iti.
Good. Agnihotradi tu iti. And what is tu? Tu shabda ashankam apanudati. Okay. So now, what is sandhi here between these two? Tu shabda and ashanka. Tu shabdaha. I hope you're seeing it. Visarga came and got dropped. Why? It is followed by a. Preceded by a, followed by a. Right? Anya eva jivo brahmanaha. What will you understand with this? Any one of you take it. One of you. Raise your hand. Yeah, Harsha.
Anyaha
Mm-hmm.
eva jivaha
Mm-hmm.
brahmanaha.
Yeah. What? Now help me. Anyaha eva jivaha brahmanaha. How will you translate it for me? Anyaha is what?
Different.
One. Different,
Ah.
correct. Then, what is brahmanaha?
5-1.
5-1. So, how will you translate now? Jivaha brahmanaha anyaha eva. How will you translate?
Jiva is different from
That fifth case
Brahman.
is different from, correct. So, different from Brahman, correct. So, you should be able to do this much. Sandhi you know now, and you can translate also, you know cases that much. Malti, you take the next part now. Sonuhu vyapi madhyam parimano va bhavitum arhati.
So saha anuhu
Mhm,
vyapi
correct.
madhyama parimanaha
Mhm.
va bhavitum arhati.
Good. So, what will you explain?
Saha is 1-1.
Correct.
Anuhu is also 1-1.
Mhm,
Vyapi again 1-1.
correct.
Madhyama parimanaha 1-1.
Correct.
Va bhavitum. Bhavitum is
Say bhavitum, okay? Bha should become bha.
bhavitum is tumun.
Correct means what?
To be, to
To be.
become.
Yeah, to be. To be.
Ar-
Bhavitum arhati. It
arhati.
ought to be.
Ought to.
It ought to be. What it ought to be?
Anuhu.
So what is saha now? What is saha indicating in the sentence?
Karta.
Correct. In the whole sentence, what is saha standing for now?
Anuhu vyapi.
No, before that. What is the first part of the sentence? Anyaha eva jiva brahmanaha. Correct?
Jiva. Jivaha.
Saha is jivaha. Correct?
Jiva.
Yeah. So jivaha is what? It should be what? Bhavitum arhati. It should be. It ought to be what? Anuhu.
Anuhu.
Means
Yeah.
what? Tiny.
Tiny.
Atomic. Vyapi.
All pervading.
Pervading. Large. Very large. These are all words of grammarians. I mean, Nayayikas. Madhyama parimanaha. Parimana is measure. Madhyama
Medium.
parimana, medium size, like a human being.
Medium.
Va, one of these. Va is one of these. Bhavitum arhati, it ought to be one of these. Okay? All right. Somebody want to try the next sentence? Yes, Saroja.
यदि च आनन्दमय शब्दस्य
Now, is that two words or one word?
च आनन्दमय
Huh. Is Anandamaya and Shabdasya are two words?
yeah
If
no
that is
आनन्दमय शब्दस्य
good. Why not two words?
विशेषणं तु शब्दस्य
No, 1 second. I'm asking you, is cha is one letter, one word, right?
yeah च अव्ययम्
That's okay. Now I'm saying, are these padas like this, Anandamaya and Shabdasya? Is this correct or no?
शब्दस्य आनन्दमयम्
No. Don't give me meaning. I'm asking you, have I done Padacheda correctly? That's all I'm
yes
asking.
yes
Okay.
Swami
Okay. If you think so, what is the case and number for Anandamaya?
oh आनन्दमयस्य शब्दस्य
No. If you are saying Anandamaya Sya, where did it come from? Is it a compound or is it individual word, Anandamaya? That's the question. See, if Anandamaya is a pada, you have to give me a case ending. You can't just say Anandamaya. You have to say Anandamaya, correct? If you
Yes,
said
Swami.
Anandamaya, then Anandamaya and Shabda, what will be the Sandhi? What will be the Sandhi? You have to make it Anandamaya, either this or Anandamayash. That's what you'll have to do. But
Shutva
it's not happening. Neither of them is there. Therefore, what? This is not a separate word. It's a compound. You have to spot that. Otherwise, whole padacheda is wrong. Anandamaya shabdasya. So Anandamaya iti shabdasya. Right? That's what you'll have to do here. So the word Anandamaya. Then what? Brahma Vishayatvam. What do you have to say here? What is the padam here?
आनन्दमय शब्दस्य ब्रह्म विषयत्वम्.
Now, are you saying I have to put a gap here for pada?
Dash would do.
What is dash and what is space? What's the
It's
difference?
like आनन्दमय शब्दस्य ब्रह्म विषयत्वम्.
So it's a compound. It's a compound, which means Brahma is not a pada by itself. Brahma Vishayatvam is the pada. Correct? Because
Nish-
if it was there, Brahma could have been. Brahma could also be in a pada. It could be 1-1, it could be 2-1. Neuter. Brahma, Brahmani, Brahmani, Brahma. So you should know why not. It won't fit in the sentence. Brahma Vishayatvam. Then
निश्चितं.
Nishchitam Bhavet. Then
विधिलिङ्ग्.
that's fine.
हाँ,
Correct. Go further in Sandhi.
तत् ततः
Tataha. Okay.
उत्तरेषु
Uttareshu. Correct. So Uttareshu. Right? Sorry, I messed up. Uttareshu. Yeah.
आनन्द मात्र प्रयोगेषु.
So Ananda Matra. See? Prayogeshu. Right?
अपि
That's how it has to come. Sorry. Prayogeshu
अपि
api
आनन्दमय अभ्यासः.
Anandamayabhyasa. So what is this now? Is it
मया
one word? Should I make it
dash
2 words? Dash. No, it's dash. Correct. So Anandamayabhyasa
कल्प्येत.
kalpyeta. Are you able to follow? So basically the point is good. So this we have to see where it is the samasa, where it is not. So this is the first step. To be able to split the words means you have to be able to split based on pada boundaries. Where is the word ending? Okay. This is clear. Anybody has any question here? Yes, Deepti.
Swamiji, for Anandamaya,
Yeah.
it would be like Ananda dash Maya.
Anandamaya, that Maya is not, there's not a compound. Anandamaya is Ananda Vikaraha or Ananda Prachuryaha. This Maya here is a Pratyaya. The Pratyaya is called Mayat. Takarajit. It is Mayat. And it is a Tadhita Pratyaya. Which means it is not added to a Dhatu. It is added to a noun. Therefore, you get Annamaya. Annamaya can mean what? Annavikaraha or Annaprachuryaha. Both meanings are there. Vikara means it's a modification, and Prachurya means where there's a lot of annam given away, like a homa, a yajna, Annamaya. Okay? So that is not a dash, because dash is only for compounds we use conventionally.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Someone want to try the next one? Or should we stop now? It's time already. Okay, we'll stop now. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So we have not done too much of ground today. Few more rules. Those 3-4 rules you add and work on the exercise we have from before. So if we do a few more of these, then all sandhis should be able to handle most of them. So I'm looking at, I told you, sandhis within the, which are at word boundaries, not while forming a word. Like what is a marud bhyam, kakup bhyam, etc. is within the word formation. Useful, but that there are more rules. There are many more rules. So we will first finish the basic word boundary problems, then we'll come back to within the word as necessary. Okay. Any questions? I think today I was not, somehow I didn't feel as organized myself today when I was doing it. A little less organized. Last time I was more organized with examples. So we'll try to do that. Next time we'll do examples. So this will become clearer. Okay. So this Tohoshtanashtu also will give more examples for all of them. So the rules become clearer to you. But I want to do the remaining rules so that the examples can be done more easily. Okay. All right. Should we stop?
Dhanyavad, Swamiji.
Oh, yes, Deepti, you have a question.
Swamiji, will we get a table like that for the way we had for Visarga and this Visarga Sandhi and
Right now, I
Sandhi?
have not, see, because Visarga Sandhi, there was a very good sequence to everything which had to be followed. Here in Vyanjana Sandhi, you will find the rules overlap. That's what you found just now. First, you apply Jalam Jasho Ante, blind. Padanta means you do it first. What happens to it later, we will see later. Okay. Then you came to Stohoshtanashtuhu. Now, Swamiji's Stohoshtanashtuhu gives you what? Chavarka. Should it again get replaced by Jal? By Jash? No, don't go back. I didn't mention that, okay? You can't go back now. So, rules, you have to now know the sequence of rules. It's not just rules, okay? I can't give you like Visarga Sandhi one set of rules. You have to know sequence now. Even there you had a little of sequencing, that Uttam when it happens, etc. But here the sequencing is more. So when you get Stohoshtanashtuhu, what that 8440 does, it cannot be undone by 8319, 829, 8236. Can't be, nobody behind can do anything to it. Right? Then what happens? Then this fellow will come. Who? Jalam, Jasho, Jashi. He will come and do some work. Then Jalam, Char, Khari. He'll come. That's not a sutra. It'll say Kharicha. Kharicha is sutra. When Khar follows, why I'm saying Jalam, Char, Khari, that's a good way to remember. Otherwise, you'll remember what is Kharicha, what will change, you won't remember. So I want to make sure you remember Jal will change. Then that Jal, if it's sitting at the end of the pada after all this work so far, Avasana, not pada end. See, Avasana has to be Padanta. So a Padanta Jal, even if it got changed in between by rules after the, the first rule, whatever is there, you have two options now. Either it can become Char or it will remain what it was. And what will it be typically? It will be a Jash. Because we saw Jalam, Jash. So you have covered the class consonants there at least, right? So this is what will happen. So now in this sequence will happen. So how should I give you a table? Table will be sequencing. So you have to know which will apply and what sequence to go. And you can't rerun the factory, go from the beginning and start again, because everything will get messed up. The sequence has to be kept in view. Once a fellow has done his job, you don't make him do his job again. It's over. You have to remember extra situation like that. So Vyanjana Sandhi is going to be a little more different. It's going to be a little, but what we have seen today should not be difficult to handle. Because you will find this will find a lot of application. Okay. So I will see what I can do. I will think about. I have not thought of, how to organize this to give it to the table later. My first job is to say, let me just give you some rules. So your horizon is wider now. And then we will see how we can, if there's a better way to organize, I will do it for you. But I don't know if I have the time for it right now. Okay.
Both those tables were very helpful. So it just got into the mind as printed, then it becomes easier.
Fair enough. No, for Visarga Sandhi, it's an excellent approach. It's an excellent approach. Swar Sandhi we have done already, right? There also, if you know, there was back and forth. You have to figure out the exceptions. There's a lot of, overlapping things, and you have to know where to apply what. In Vyanjana Sandhi, more likely your rules there'll be many different rules, and some of the rules will have overlap, some won't. So the rules we are seeing right now are the most common rules, which you will find applying a lot of times. Okay. So, say for example, now you have the Shatranta. A Shatranta word means what? It will end in Takara. Okay. If you are making any compound with it, it will be ending in Takara. And that, whatever the next word follows, will become a subject for what? Stohoshtanashtuhu. It will come. Even in compound, it will come in. Then, if it's in a compound, is Takara a Padanta or not? Every word is Pada in a compound. Then you get a new Pada, Pratipadikam. But when you're making the compound, there are Padas involved. Each is a Pada. Therefore, between Pada, the Samasas will apply, Padanta rules will apply there. Samhita rule will also apply there. So you will have the application of these even there. Right? So we don't look too much into it. But if you start looking, I'm saying you will find all these rules will come everywhere. So sequence will be there to some extent. You have to know. That's why I'm showing you numbers. But I don't know. I mean, say if you don't look at Panini, how will you know? You have to know which rules to apply in which sequence somehow. That's what will have to happen. Because you can't blindly apply. Or you have to put conditions. That if it is ending, if it's Padanta, but not followed by Kar, you'll have to do all kind of funny. The rules become very complicated. Okay. As I said, I will think about it and see if we can make something easy there. But normally what happens is this Vyanjana Sandhi is not tabularized like that much. You will not see these tables, at least not for all the rules. Some of them will be, not all of them. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anybody? Stop. Oh, thank you all.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.